Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. We're outfitting the Orion here. I've figured out where we're going and what we're going to do when we get there, and we needed to do some things to fill time on the way out there. So we're outfitting this Orion. I'll be honest with you, I spent a while playing with this and I can't really find a build that I'm happy with. This is basically just an AC-20 on wheels. It's got all these medium lasers, but we're not going to be able to fire them that often. I don't know. I don't think this is a great mech. This is like mech number 9 on our list, so it doesn't have to be great, I guess. But yeah, it's okay. I'm not super excited about it. It's got a lot of armor. It's got an AC-20. I suppose that's fine. That's really all you need to win a battle, right? So you may notice some of our other good mechs are also in the bay. I made some changes. Commenter Kalen GBF pointed out that in that Griffin build, I was including a bunch of medium lasers with pluses on them, while we still had totally stock lasers on the Grasshopper. So I fixed that. I put all the plus lasers that we had into the Grasshopper. We use this thing all the time. It should have the best weapons, right? And then I thought, you know what, I should do this with our other mechs. We've acquired a lot of parts since we outfitted some of these. So I'm upgrading the PPC in the Cyclops and some of the laser systems in the Black Knight as well. And then the Griffin's getting built out. Same build, just with stock lasers this time because we ran out of pluses. And then that Orion build. And that is 18 days worth of work, which will cover our travel to sunny Non-Diz here, where we're going to be pursuing the Opportunist. I thought for a while about whether we wanted to go down this way to pick up these two flashpoints, or up this way to pick up these two. And honestly, my decision was almost made by the fact that the Steel Beast is happening at a place that has a black market, but what really tore it for me was these two flashpoints expire about 100 days later than this one does. So let's go this way first, and then maybe we can like work our way down through Taurian space and then back out here in time to pick these up, because we still have a lot of systems that we haven't visited over here in Taurian space, and we do have to work toward that scoring category. Speaking of scoring categories, I did a little bit of research, and it turns out that this category is worded slightly incorrectly. It says for each 100 points of experience earned by a pilot, you get 2 points. What it actually means is for each 100 points of experience on a pilot in your barracks, you gain 2 points. So we cannot farm points by training up low-level pilots, then firing them, then getting new low-level pilots and training those ones up, then firing them, and so on. It really is just have as much experience as possible in your barracks. So, to that end, we've taken on some new crew. I just hired everybody out of the hiring hall here at this system, and then we will hire everybody. We'll hire another 3 out of the next hiring hall. Actually, probably more than that, because we're about to finish Gamma Pod, right? So there's some new faces, some new people running around at very low levels. I used them to do all the missions here, since they were very, very easy missions. And then, of course, they'll continue to accumulate XP from our training pods. None of them are going to be showing up in big missions for a while, but it's good to have them getting trained up. So let's go down the list here and check everybody's XP. Now, we definitely need more breaching shot. So I might run Coyote here up to breaching shot. I know he's right on coolant vent, but I feel like we have quite a few coolant vent pilots already. And in fact, I think we have a couple of pilots who are multi-target into coolant vent, right? That's what Hellebore is. And then, yeah, Saber is the same thing. So, yeah, let's go for breaching shot on this guy. And honestly, we might do breaching shot on flatline as well. We'll see. So that is just about all of the... Yeah, that's fine. We'll spend no more XP on you until you can get breaching shot.
Waiting for orders.
So flatline over here. This is just a type of pilot we have a lot of, gunnery and guts. Do I want to take him up to breaching shot? Probably. We probably don't need 3 pilots that are multi-shot into coolant vent. Although I do love coolant vent. But yeah, I think this is where we'll go. So you're saving up for breaching shot as well. And then we have some real blank slates to work with here. So I'm trying to think, what do we need? I do think that I maybe have too few pilots with sure footing. And actually, ace pilot can be very useful. Do we just have the 1 ace pilot? Alright, Geyser, congratulations. You're getting Ace Pilot and then something else beyond that. I don't know what.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Yes, Command.
Elabor, no big surprise. Doesn't have
Awaiting
enough
orders.
XP to buy any points. Okay, so... trying to think here. What else do we need? Reckless is sensor lock into breaching shot. Do we need another master tactician? I'm not sure.
Yes, Commander.
I might not bother spending on everybody.
Go.
But yeah, I might leave, I guess
Aye, aye.
Panabas here is the only person who has XP, who I don't know what to do with it yet. I think I might leave her for now. I'll come up with some kind of more comprehensive plan for what we want these last few pilots to turn into. Doesn't have to be right this second. So, let's get in the sky, shall we? No, not the Steel Beast. The Opportunist. House Davian requests your assistance in the transportation and custodial exchange of a high-profile prisoner. Payment will be remitted when the asset is in our hands. So, medium engagement length, potentially some consecutive deployments, and we'll get some rare items, which, again, I think just means items that have 2 pluses on them. You know, those are nice. I like having those.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
I wish there were more pirate jobs. 'Cause I would like to have positive pirate rep, but it's tough to maintain. Also, I feel like the ship PA has been running for several minutes continuously. I'm not even listening to these announcements, but they sure are
Commander.
ongoing, eternally ongoing. So yeah, our operating expenses are getting pretty high. It's fine. We make a lot of money when we work. It's never gonna work, says Helibor. It'll work, says Panabas. And even if it doesn't work, it'll be awesome. You look curiously over at the 3 mech warriors clustered around a table in the mess hall. Noticing your interest, Rocket calls you over, showing you a miniature medieval catapult constructed of dried noodles, bits of edible foam, and elastic bands. Why, you ask? Well, we were using utensils at first, but the cook took them away, says Rocket. Panabas says, if we can get it tuned properly, it'll be great for radishes. Is this a thing that's worth... What do we do? Also, do we really have yellow text for medieval catapult? We sure do. A ballistic device for flinging projectiles through purely mechanical means. Note that it has to be catapult parentheses siege warfare, so you don't confuse it with the catapult mech. Okay, well, this seems like the kind of thing Reckless could get in on. You watch the pilots work together as a team to get the little toy working. You only feel compelled to give a few hints, but you're mostly just drinking your coffee. The end result is only moderately successful, but you see the exact moment when Helibor gains a key insight into the laws of indirect fire. He excitedly shares the observation with his fellow mech warriors. Everybody gains 50 experience. Well, that's basically 0, but that was a cute little story at least. 50 experience is such a small percentage of a skill point that basically had no effect. Good to see people team building. It's a shame there's no, like, measure of, mechanical measure of cohesion, sort of like they have in XCOM. Alright, and now that we have the Gamma Pod complete here, I'm not sure whether we want... How much do we want to prioritize those training simulators?
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Because we could finish out the medbay, and that... Oh, not finish. Apparently there's another level of the medbay that we've unlocked. It's expensive, but it's worth doing. Medical points are hard to come by. What exactly does this get us? 50 experience each day up to 30k. Right now we're gaining 30 experience each day up to 20k. So, a mech warrior that comes on board completely naked would hit 20k in not 1,000, you know, somewhere around 600 something days. If my napkin math is reasonable. So here it's 600 days exactly. So yeah, we're not really in a hurry to get this then. We will definitely all be beyond 30k. Or, yeah. So let's go ahead and get the medbay. Hopefully this'll happen fast enough that it will help what's-his-face help Ricochet recover a little bit faster. And then I assume this is also very expensive. It sure is. +2 medical points, lowered chance of death from incapacitating or lethal damage. So I think incapacitating damage refers to the mech being destroyed, and lethal damage refers to the pilot losing all their health, I think. Yeah, those both seem like good things. We're definitely getting toward the point where I would really hate to lose a good pilot. The training pod's probably going to go after both of the medbay upgrades, and then we can just start building the morale things, because why not, I guess. What am I doing? Contracts. You don't need to connect to Comstar. We're in flight. So let's just keep traveling. I guess I could have gotten the Orion done before the Griffin. Whatever. The odds that we will need that Orion are so low, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, before we drop in on the Opportunist here, first of all, I just want to get a feel for the system. So first of all, let's look at the contracts. Okay, we have a Draconis Combine mission against the Federated Suns. 3.5 Skull Assassinates can reward some pretty cool stuff. And then a 3 Skull Battle and a 3 Skull Base Defense. Those should both be extremely doable. And then we have a quick look at the store. Oh, is this an abandoned system? No, this place is run by the Federated Suns. They just don't have anything in the store, really? Weird. Oh, also, if you're wondering where some of that money came from, I sold off all the mechs that we had extra copies of that we don't need. What about the hiring hall? Okay, there's some people available at the hiring hall. Honestly, I think we're probably not hiring this guy, despite the fact that he's got the most skill points of anybody here, just because we really don't need more people who start multi-shot and bulwark. It's a fine combination, but...
Receiving you.
We have a ton of space left. Our operating costs are going to be high, but we got to get people on board so that we make sure that we, at the very least, max out the value of the training pods on them. Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I mean, we're making plenty of money, so I guess let's just hire everybody except Hammer. Boy, oh boy, do I not need more people who have that skill combination.
New mech warriors available. New mech warriors.
Not even looking. Just everybody's hired. And we'll pick up 6 more at the next hiring hall. Okay, let's do the Flashpoint. I guess I'm clicking the wrong place here. This probably won't be too hard. 3.5. Commander, I'm pleased you finally made it. I have a job for you. That's probably Reckless's favorite sentence in the English language. No, sorry, drinks are on me is her favorite sentence. What can we do for you, Lady Cunningham? What do we know about Lady Cunningham? Our representative from House Davion, have we worked for them before? Like, have we done flashpoints for them before? She is rich beyond measure, influential, popular, and an all-around golden child. She's been tasked with securing House Davion's interest in the Aurigan Reach, and has been promised expanded holdings for House Cunningham if she succeeds. Okay, I imagine that's how that usually works. The local constabulary of this charming little world is holding a woman named Ayasha Hadley. I want you to bring Miss Hadley, alias Atepa Sweeney, alias the Fox of New Avalon, into my custody. Ms. Hadley stands accused of a number of high-profile robberies, including the brazen theft of the royal family's pleasure yacht. It is absolutely vital that she be returned to New Avalon for interrogation. New Avalon is the capital system of the Federated Suns and the seat of House Davion. New Avalon is home to more than 7 billion people and houses a significant percentage of the armed forces of the Federated Suns' manufacturing bases. The New Avalon Institute of Science is widely recognized as the Inner Sphere's most prestigious center of high learning. The Fox of New Avalon, huh? That's funny. I thought the Fox was Hans Davion's nickname. The current First Prince of the Federated Suns. Oh, I can see how he would be mad about somebody stealing his nickname. It is his nickname. Hadley stole it from him, just like she stole the damned yacht. Wow, I'll bet the First Prince is righteously pissed. You have no idea. The non-Diz constabulary has already bundled Ms. Hadley onto a prison transport. I need you to get that transport to a waiting dropship for extradition. Alright, that sounds way simpler than our fee demands. I'm sure there's more going on here. Non-Diz was briefly occupied by the Capellans in order to keep it clear of pirates. Eventually they determined even pirates didn't want to deal with the endless dust storms and redirected their resources elsewhere. Well, expect a long and hazardous road ahead of you. The non-Diz Badlands are rife with banditry, and a transport, even a prison transport, could make for an enticing target. You'll find an armored repair bay at the midpoint of your journey. I recommend that you make use of it. We can do that. Good. Oh, and Commander, a word of advice. If Ms. Hadley attempts to speak to you, don't listen to her. She's a manipulative and dangerous woman, and she'll trick you into dooming yourself if you let her. Understood, Lady Cunningham. Don't worry, we'll get you your captive in one piece. So I guess the consecutive deployment thing here is going to be like, we're doing half of the trip as one mission and then half of the trip as the other mission. That's interesting. Alright, we can do this. So, 3.5 skulls. What valuable salvage do I think there's going to be here? Oh, by the way, I did make that list of the chassis, so I do know what we need now. I'm a little torn. I do love money. Money is directly points. Salvage is only indirectly points, and generally fewer unless we can complete a new chassis. Let's go 2-8, I suppose. I don't think we're that likely to see a new mech that we want to take all of. This is still a fair amount of money. So, no reason not to bring the A-team. Battlemaster out. Thunderbolt in, right? Here we go. And these pilots out. You guys need to have a seat. So who's coming? I wish I could sort my mech warriors. Are they... Okay, they're sorted by handle. There's a non-zero chance that I will add a Z to the beginning of all of the new guys' handles just to move them to the bottom of the list. So, we probably want... Yeah, I'm going to take this seriously. We're going to bring our best pilots. So I like Hellebore or Saber. Probably Saber for the Thunderbolt. Reckless does fine work in the Cyclops, but maybe... It is worth noting that Reckless's XP is not worth any score. So really what we should try to do probably is train somebody up to have her skills and then just use her as little as possible from now on. Now that we like sort of have a real team established. That said, we probably do want to bring her for right now because it is really nice to have somebody with breaching shot with this PPC underneath. And then we're going to a desert biome, so somebody with good heat management maybe for the You could bring Hellebore for the other Cyclops. It does end up in close range with people sometimes. Yeah, sure. That seems reasonable. Do I maybe want to bring Rocket or Sand Cricket for the extra point of initiative? Honestly, I do like Sand Cricket in the Cyclops a lot, but probably not on a desert biome. Let's do it this way for right now. We can manage the Grasshopper's heat through punching. Hopefully. It is worth noting, like, there's a pretty big difference between when you get in these hotter biomes. There's a pretty big difference between a mech that generates 36 heat, but with no heat sinks, and a mech that generates 106 heat, but normally sinks 100. You know, it does feel a little bit different. Those turns when we can afford to just do nothing with the Grasshopper, it really does burn off a ton of bar. Nice to have mechs that actually have heat sinks installed. It's so hard to not want to use all of the tonnage in a mech for weapons, and then strip off some armor and jam some more weapons in there, you know?
Command interface initiated.
Alright, good to see you, Commander. We're ready to get moving as soon as you reach the rendezvous point. These fields are absolutely lousy with bandits and highwaymen. and they're desperate enough to take a shot at anyone passing through their territory. That may even include battle mechs, so get ready for incoming fire. The sooner you get us to the repair bay, the sooner we can transfer Hadley to your custody. That can't happen soon enough for my taste, so let's get this show on the road.
Time to get dirty.
People are treating her like she's cursed or something.
Coordinates received.
So what's going to happen here?
Acknowledged.
We're going to take this over. She's going to try to make a deal with us, right? She's going to offer us something.
Move order received.
And then if we go in for the offer, it's going to turn out to be a trap. Probably. That's my guess. That said, if we're sticking to character,
Affirmative.
that's probably the kind of thing Reckless falls for, right? Also, I have to admit to some curiosity myself.
Roger.
I don't know if it's necessary to make me actually walk all this way. They could have just started us next to the rally point. Oh, also, fast combat is on, but I'm still going to hit space quite a bit here. So hold on, I don't want to necessarily step in. Where do I think we're going? Could be going this way. No, the mission area ends over there. Went this way. Boy, where would we go? I don't actually see the exit. I think we're headed in this direction though. So we're gonna commit. The grasshopper can be the one who picks these guys up.
Order received.
We're gonna commit everybody else on this side.
I copy.
Nope, I was wrong. We're going that way. No, we're really not traveling very far at all, apparently. Okay, well, that's bad. So, we have to destroy these bandits and ensure that all prison transport convoy units survive is an optional objective. It's just extra money. We might lose some. It's possible we will lose some. In fact, I would say it is likely we will lose some. Because boy oh boy are we on the wrong side of this thing. It doesn't matter for anybody except the Thunderbolt, I suppose. You can get vision of that thing if I sprint up to here.
All right.
I may as well do that now. Try to give them something else to shoot at. What have we? A cataphract. Well, I don't think we have one of these. That is not on my list.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, you sadly are just going to be sprinting for a while. We may as well get that done right now. So, I would like to take out that cataphract in a way that preserves its body if possible. I'm wondering if it's even worth it to fire this turn. You know what? I should fire at least one shot because it is probably the case that mechs that we don't deal damage to will just hyper-focus the vehicles. I bet it works like that. So let's fire a single... Actually, can I fire both of them without generating heat? I can. Yeah. Right. Let's just let this guy know we're here. Make him understand that he is to pay attention. Yes, we could take home 2 pieces of this this torso. I wouldn't feel too bad about that.
Commander.
I probably don't want to really go after him. I don't know that there's a lot of value while he's guarded and also entrenched. We hit him once. Let's just get close enough to actually fight now. Oh god, the APCs are going to roll forward. It would be really cool if they would just, like, chill. Alright, what's that? That is... okay. Standard Thunderbolt 5SS. Well, these are some real mechs. Not super heavy, but heavy enough to be a problem, certainly. Especially if they shoot at the vehicles at all. Each one of these things is definitely capable of killing a vehicle in a single volley. So that means we need to get vision of these two on the next turn. Like, we gotta get them all to engage on us. Alright, Cataphract's up first. We dealt damage to it, so I'm hoping it will shoot at the Grasshopper. Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Now I think we want to hit this other one.
I'm there.
They have a grasshopper of their own. Theirs is outfitted with a large laser and for some reason an LRM pod. So I've definitely been more concerned. Do I want to try to just damage out the pilot real fast here? If we went after the right torso... I guess this thing has bulwark. Do I want to generate a huge amount of heat shooting at this thing then? I guess we could just go to the dome and try to damage out the pilot. Bulwark does not affect the amount of damage the pilot takes. Alright, so we got our one point of pilot damage there.
Waiting for orders.
Sadly, Saber cannot get close enough to actually shoot at anything. I'm gonna reserve him. No sense in having him take a turn
Observing
now.
action.
Because one of these mechs might close in on us a little bit. Would have been neat if that guy had gotten a lucky headshot. Yep, one down. That's kind of what I figured. Like, that ensure everybody survives thing is somewhat unrealistic because we're going to be fighting mechs that can trivially kill a vehicle with a single shot. We could go for a headshot here on the Grasshopper, just try to knock it out of the fight right away. It has 260 center torso health. Honestly, that's not that bad. We could try to go through that as well. Uncertain. So you just have cover, no bulwark. We can knock out his legs. There'll only be 2 pieces of him in the pool, but we can only guarantee 2 pieces anyway.
Waiting for orders.
And I cannot get the Thunderbolt. There's no position that is close enough to actually shoot at this thing. That's crummy. Alright. Let's work that Grasshopper over. That thing's pretty dangerous. And we've done damage to the Cataphract and the Thunderbolt, so they'll be focusing on us. Let's just get this thing mad at me as well. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to go center.
Firing all weapons.
Good start.
I think I hit something good.
Alright, so this thing is going to shoot at the vehicles. Alright, but I think we're pretty likely to be able to keep everybody safe now.
Right here.
Really would like to make it into cover. Yeah, our hit chances are still pretty
On
good
my
here.
way.
I think we're just gonna unload on the Grasshopper. I think we can probably kill it with this volley. There's a chance anyway.
Locking in all weapons systems.
Not a lot of center hits.
Solid connection on
Oh,
that one.
so close. Well, I guess we'd better shoot at it some more. We can definitely split fire though here. So it has cover but nothing else. So 2 missile hits to the center will kill it. I'm gonna give it the 20. It probably doesn't need the whole 20, but I'm too afraid of the 15 not getting the job done. Oh, and that's right. She has breaching shots, so we'll do full damage with them anyway. It doesn't matter if he has cover. And then, like, you get something and you get something. It's probably the PPC to the Cataphract. And then I guess we'll just do that. 3 good breaching shots. Just show me 2 to the center. Alright, the last missile was the second one. Glad I went with the 20. No lucky headshot for me. Yeah, that was not bad damage. Now this guy still hasn't taken any damage from us, so he'll still be vehicle focused for the moment. But at this point, we only need one of the vehicles to survive. I don't think there's a difference in pay between 3 and 1. Oh, maybe they don't just completely focus on you as soon as you shoot them. But yeah, I think there's a level of pay for getting anyone across the finish line and a level of pay for getting all 4 across the finish line. So we don't have to stress too much at this point until we're down to just one vehicle. I do appreciate that guy spending his turn standing completely still, though. It'll make it a lot easier for us to finish him off.
Mech warriors, show them what you got.
I don't know why he didn't move into cover. There's cover right here. Oh, I saw that head to hit.
Oh, I'm wounded.
I feel like every single time Centurion rolls into the field, she gets shot in the head. Alright, well, I'm going to see if I can remove the dome piece of this cataphract. Let's just get in here and knock its head clean off. Actually, I'm ordering this incorrectly. I should have had Centurion go first, because she could have spent her turn with the inspired buff. But she's not going to have it now.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Oh, we didn't quite manage to get through.
Critical hit.
Didn't quite manage to get through either of the pieces there.
Waiting for orders.
She could go for a punch. Punch is pretty likely to get it to get some of the pieces off. In fact, it's pretty much guaranteed to get some of the pieces off. Might hit the leg, and honestly, hitting the leg would probably be okay for us here. If we did hit this, medium laser, so we're not actually removing much if we just go through the side. But, you know, maybe it's best to just take this thing out, not stress too much about getting the parts. We got a lot of days left. What else could we do with you? We could just shoot at the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's looking pretty weak from this side. We could remove a lot of its weapons, actually. But how much can I fire? Like, I can't fire everything. But I wouldn't be firing the small lasers anyway. So I just have to turn off one laser. Yeah, let's go for one more move up bulwark, shoot this guy in the side, and then we'll try to position ourselves for a good punch next turn. I'm a little leery about running out into the open right now. We turn off a single medium laser. Some of these are just plus crit %. Yeah, like, that's fine.
All right.
Alright, well,
Critical hit.
we got rid of his single most damaging weapon. I'm actually, with the Grasshopper, I'm in a position where that single flamethrower might be a frustrating amount of heat.
Ready for orders.
And now the question of, do we shoot at the Thunderbolt at all? I kind of think I want to ignore it. It's super weird that this Thunderbolt ran to a position where it's showing me its back. It's way more likely to die now. A little bit baffling. We have 80s from here, 75s from there. Yeah, the indirect fire penalty is so low that I would rather take an indirect shot than a direct obstructed shot.
Order is done. I'm going to give them the big balloon.
I know we talked about that big baboon thing. I know I told him to stop saying that. The thing headed for the mineral field. Alright, well, we definitely just want to, like, hard focus on that, that Thunderbolt over there. Only has 96 center torso health, and it has ammo in there. Yeah, if we get a PPC hit to the center, I think we're very likely to get the kill. Weird play, man. I get that he was nervous about his right side being all torn up, but still, that seems like a crazy thing to do to me. Alright, new sensor contacts. Yeah, of course.
Hold this position, Commander.
We picked up a blip.
Package will be on its way soon.
I do wish we were a little bit more of the way through this group of enemies here. I'm pretty sure the dropship doesn't show up until all of the vehicles are in the thing. So actually, at this point, it would probably be safer for us if this this one that's kind of lagging behind got blown up. I guess it's with the pack. It's pretty caught up.
Good to go.
Alright, so what do we have over here? They're going to be... Yep, it is in fact a cicada. Now, I believe it is the case, actually, that one of the models of cicada we don't have a completed body of.
I'm receiving you.
I don't remember which one, and the list is currently covered up by a thing on the other monitor, so I'm not going to, like, jump over there and look right this second. But it might not be a bad thing for us that this showed up. I think I'm just going to try to kill this. I don't think I'm going to bother... Well, it is a new body. What else would I do? I would run over here and try to shoot this guy. And the odds of that hit are pretty poor.
Standing by.
I don't want to go for a punch here, and I'm not able to punch anybody else, so I guess if we are going to kill this thing, maybe it is best to have the grasshopper just go for it right now. We still have a ton of armor left. Yeah, alright. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to cool my mech a little bit here.
Alright.
We'll see what he looks like after the punch. How's that APC's side armor doing? You know, these things are pretty heavily armored.
Ready for orders.
Well, I was really hoping there'd be a position where I could try to take a shot at the head of that thunderbolt. I guess let's just run up here and finish this thing.
On my way.
We're pretty unlikely to be able to get the whole body anyway, even if we did take it down in a way that left 3 pieces. Do I want a multi-shot? I could fire like one of the missile pods at that dude just to strip a point of evasion. Because I don't think we're going to need all of this here. Yeah, let's do that.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking might happen. Honestly, that still did 48 damage. That was not a bad split. Ooh, a hunchback. We don't have one of those either.
Good to go.
The thing does have an AC-20 as well, so it is kind of the top of my priority list. I think the AC-20 is in one of the torso parts here, the right torso. Unfortunately, we are on the left side. I cannot aim for the right torso, but we could just go through the center, take a single piece of the thing, since we're probably going to want to take a piece of the cataphract anyway. What if I knocked off this side? Oh, actually, is all of its ammo on the other side? Okay, well we can disable the autocannon by just taking off this. And split the damage just enough that I didn't get through the armor.
Getting banged up pretty good.
The good news is this guy's exposed himself enough that she can jump behind him and really give him what for on this coming turn. How healthy is that still? I think this is worth spending another precision strike on.
Engaging target.
Okay, so now he just has a medium laser and a small laser. He's certainly a lot less dangerous. And 2 points of pilot damage on a pilot that is classified as a gunner. So, I mean, one assumes very gunnery focused. He might actually not have a ton of health. Okay, that's a lot of lasers. What do I think that is? It could be the other kind of hunchback. I know there are 2 kinds of hunchback, and one of them has a huge number of lasers. Oh god, the APCs aren't moving forward. We're not close enough to them. They're not actually going to go into the zone. Well, you know what? If this one dies, it'll complete the mission, because this guy's already in the zone. So I guess I don't really have to do anything. No, wait, hunchbacks are 50, not 60, right? Like, it could be a quick draw.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, I bet he's a quick draw. Alright, so I probably just do this, right? I'm not going to be able to fire everything, but it's going to be pretty good. Yeah, this has got to be right. Here's a question. Do I want to jump a little further back for the purpose of giving myself more evasion against our other enemies? Something like this, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. So we don't get to fire everything, but we shouldn't need to. I am going to precision it to the center, though. I do get to fire almost everything. Here's a question. Small laser is 6 heat, medium laser is 12. So I could turn off one of the mediums to turn on both of the smalls. That's definitely a damage gain.
Engaging target. That's a kill.
Yes, thank you, Centurion. We all saw it. I probably didn't need to fire everything there. I probably could have saved on some heat by just firing enough to get expected damage through the armor and then hitting him with the machine guns. The odds of the ammo bin surviving machine gun fire are like basically 0.
Affirmative.
Alright, so now the question is, do I want to blow up this Wolverine, or do I want to just finish off the Hunchback? You know what, the Hunchback is so low damage now, I think it's a pretty low priority. Do we want to try to go center? 215. He, Reckless, or Saber can do 215 in a volley. I'm gonna try.
All weapons are go.
That didn't focus enough. Yeah, Saber volleys for like or the Thunderbolt rather, volleys for like 260 something. How much center torso health do you have left? 11.
Receiving you.
Alright, seems like the Missile Cyclops probably has that under control. That quick draw is probably going to have to take it easy for the next turn, because his heat is way up. This is probably when I need to vent. So you're actually pretty healthy. You're just not very dangerous. So I think I'm going to split my fire between these two. I need to do 11 center torso damage to this Wolverine. That's 2 missiles from either of these launchers. Probably the 15 will get the job done. I'm gonna trust the 15 because we still have Reckless to clean up with another split shot if this doesn't work. If that wasn't the case, I'd probably put both of these on him just to be sure.
Targets locked.
All right. Oh, that's so bad for him. Him being unsteady is really unfortunate. So I'm probably not going to bother shooting anything at the Hunchback then. We'll just shoot both of the launchers here and try to get a knockdown. Okay, well, I do believe this battle is just about over. Hunchback gets to get up now. So I think we have at least some of both of the models of Hunchback. We just don't have either one of them finished yet. So I'm thinking probably our mission loot here is the Hunchback piece and the Cataphract piece. I don't actually even know... I don't think I've seen Cataphracts very often. I wonder if they're rare. I don't really know what the rarity of the different mechs is, because I know that some are rarer than others, like there aren't a lot of crabs. We got close enough for that one to feel he needed to move forward, but not the back one, not the one that's actually close enough to me, or closer to me. Well, like I said, if they kill the back one, it's actually a good thing for us. Turns out she's in whatever one they destroy last. I don't get to fire very much. Definitely have some heat issues here, but I can just drop whatever I can on the quick draw. What do I actually get to fire here? Yeah, we can just try to take that arm off. I should be able to finish that.
10-4. Critical hit, Commander.
It is a really, really bad thing to be on the ground against a squad of pilots, all of whom have at least 9 tactics.
Standing by.
Alright, so if we manage to kill this thing off, that was their last action of this turn. We should have somebody precision strike the Hunchback so that it doesn't get to move. I would really like it if Thunderbolt got to shoot it in the back next turn. So you have... Alright, I'm going to chill on the SRMs.
Firing on target. Hope we can salvage that.
Now, I guess, honestly, the Cicada is the more damaging foe. 2 medium lasers and a small laser. We only have enough resolve for 1 precision strike, so I guess let's take it to here. Because like I said, I want to pin this dude in place.
Yes, Commander.
Honestly, it doesn't really help us that much to have the AC-20 shoot him from behind, because we're already through the front armor and everything. Can I back up enough to get good shooting range here? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm just going to blow him up from the front.
Hostile eliminated.
Are you right there? There it goes, there it goes. It's finally... It's not actually laying down. It's definitely dead. There's definitely no center torso left. There we go.
The objective is secured, Commander.
Alright, no mech damage, but we don't have Centurion for the next battle. That's fine. We don't... Honestly, she's not that great of a pilot for the Grasshopper. I think I just sort of, like, linked them in my head. But the Grasshopper doesn't end up using Ace Pilot all that often because it spends so much time running forward at people.
Waiting for orders.
It could, theoretically. It just doesn't. Well, I can't quite get in punch range.
Acknowledged.
We do get to put the machine guns on him, at least.
Taking the shot. Reporting critical hit.
Alright, something tells me we can deliver 35 more damage this turn. So this part was pretty easy. The difficulty on this was only 3 skulls, I think.
Good to go.
I guess it's not like a huge shock. Why don't you just run over there and step on him? Not necessary, but a lot of fun. Alright, in the repair bay safe and sound. And we're gonna have to keep you that way. Don't get too comfortable down there, Commander. I've got 2 unidentified dropships on approach trajectory. They'll be touching down within the next few minutes. Alright, well, that's enough time for us to drag Centurion to the med bay and then plug somebody else into the Grasshopper. I don't actually know... Like, I'm not super familiar with the fiction, so I don't actually know what the process of getting ready to pilot a battle mech is. I don't think it's all joysticks and buttons. I think there's some sort of link between the pilot and the mech. There's probably some plugging in that has to be done, right? Alright, so I have a part of a cataphract and 1 part of a Hunchback 4G. These are both mechs that we do not have completed chassis of, so these are high priority. I do like a plus 10 damage medium laser, but not enough to not take one of those. That's a pretty good small laser. Man, maybe we should have taken more loot here. Okay, they didn't give us anything interesting. Fair enough. So we're not actually that far off of completing either our small or medium mech checklists. And I believe each completed class is an extra 10,000 points, so it's definitely worth hunting for. We are very, very far off on assaults. It turns out that the Cyclops was added in the DLC, in the Flashpoint expansion, and for the sake of people who did not buy the expansion, the mech classes only score mechs that are available to people with the base game, so that Cyclops is not even on the list. So we effectively have 0 assault mechs right now, for the purposes of scoring out the assault mech class. What do you think? We just put Razor in the Grasshopper? There's going to be another desert battle. It could be Rocket, I suppose. They just run the heat management the same way we did this time, but take advantage of the fact that the Grasshopper moves on 4 with Rocket. I actually like that a lot. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Everybody else is cool. Yeah, I don't think we want to change anything else. It is a little bit of a shame that Reckless is having such a hard time with the heat of her mech, but the only person we could replace her with would be Razor. And I like the breaching shot and the multi-shot on it too much. The 3 high-yield weapons are a really good combination with the multi-target and the breaching shot. To be perfectly honest, the damage output of that Cyclops is not, like, super great for a mech of its size. It does, what, 80 plus 60 plus 50 on an Alpha Strike? And then, because 2 of those weapons are LRMs, they tend to be pretty spread out. It's not bad. Yeah, it's fine. Our sensors indicate several large groups of incoming vehicles and battle mechs. Whoever they are, I need you to hold them off and drive them away. Above all, they cannot be allowed to free Ms. Hadley from confinement. She belongs to us. Well, this just got interesting, Darius says, because the mission is going exactly the way we thought it was going to go. I mean, they did tell us straight up. It's going to be, you know, there's going to be people coming for her.
Interface initiated.
Alright. Both groups of unidentified hostiles are moving into comms range now, Commander. Hopefully they're in a talking mood, because I want to know what we're up against. We do, in fact, have an incoming transition. Your attention, please. This is Commander Mitchell Pearl of the Joplin Light Cavalry. You have custody of a woman who is wanted on my world for multiple charges of larceny, burglary, and grand theft. You will surrender her to me immediately, or my people will take her from you. Listen, we're taking her somewhere to stand trial ourselves. Isn't that good enough? That won't be possible, Commander Pearl. We're holding Miss Hadley at the personal request of First Prince Hans Davian. I, the Duchess Corina Aliberti, demand that you surrender your captive to my soldiers. She will face the justice of the Hero Titan Royal Court, and she will confess to the theft of our world's most precious heirloom. You know, we could just try her for all the crimes together. How about that? Why don't we just... You're late to the party, lady. May as well get in line. Oh, this is going to end in gunfire. Hold the repair bay. House Davian wants Hadley, so we can't let anyone else take her. Yeah, easy enough. Now, in theory, we're talking about two groups of people who are not working together, right? Who are working at cross purposes. Neither one of these people wants the other one to succeed. But my suspicion is that they will both just fight me. I don't think I want to move forward very much. Let's try the... This is the marker for incoming hostiles. Okay. Yeah, alright, we'll move forward. I guess we could go like this so that we can try to jump over to the trees. And the Thunderbolt's just going to want to run directly at them. Man, this Thunderbolt's good. And we'll put Reckless over here. Try to give him a little bit of a crossfire. What do we got? 60 tons? Used to be a pretty common size.
Commander?
Alright, so I don't know that we necessarily want to make use of the Grasshopper's speed on this turn. This does something else too, right? You remove 1 bar of stability damage every time you reserve. Okay. I think we want to wait on her a little bit. It's fine for her to be out in the open right now. She has 5 points of evasion, and also she's driving a Grasshopper. Alright, they got themselves a quick draw, which I do not care about very much. Interesting. It was just a sprint. Okay, well, I'll be honest with you. I was expecting it to do anything at all. So that's weird. We don't really need to move forward very much. I guess I'll stand over here, try to get a little bit of cover from the rocks. And we'll just see if we can't get lucky and take this thing's head clean off to start the battle. That'd be fun, right? Didn't quite get there. Did blow its arm off.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Yes, Commander.
I think this thing's dead. I kind of want to jump just to get the right arc shot. Oh, turns out I can't get the right arc shot anyway. Well. I mean, there's no sense in moving. There's no sense in acting now. Yeah, let's just wait again.
Reporting enemy contact.
It's got friends. I want to know what those friends are before we do anything else. Alright, they exposed a Jaeger mech. Guarded no bulwark.
Waiting for orders.
The missile Jaeger mech? Well, that's not really relevant to the Grasshopper's move either. I suppose we should reserve. But I think it's very likely that our long-range mechs are focusing on that Jaeger mech. Oh, interesting. They're really spread out.
Standing by.
Okay, well, I think this is still... This makes sense.
I'm
Try
there.
to present front to this thing as much as possible. Let's burn down some nerds quickly before the other nerds show up. Like that. A lot of shots to that injured side. Also, a fair amount of center damage. Am I way more worried about the Jaeger mech? The quick draw has 2 or 3 medium lasers, LRMs, SRMs. Oh, man. Can I get a front arc shot? I can, just barely. I think I'm going to go for this. Because, man, if we could just deal a little bit more damage. I have to hit 1 LRM to this right torso, and if we do, it removes a ton of his weaponry. Does he have SRM ammo anywhere else? Will that turn off his SRMs as well? It will, so he'll be left with almost nothing.
All weapons committed.
Alright. Yes, this mech is basically out of the battle.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
That's a pretty good open. And then the Jägermech gets the full wrath of the other Cyclops. I didn't give them names. I forgot to give them names. I think I want to move in such a way that I have vision of that guy, but I don't really want to come out of the woods. I have a lot of armor. I'll probably survive one turn out. And I want that intel.
On the move.
What is that? It is a cataphract. Okay. Well, we now have 2 pieces of a cataphract, so as long as we kill this thing, we get to finish one. Seems like an okay mech. It's weird to... Honestly, I'm just not that big of a fan of PPCs. They're fine.
Giving them everything I've got.
I don't love the fact that I'm shooting 65% at a guy who has entrenched. We're not going to get quite the full value of our volley here, but we do have to start putting damage on it if we want it to die.
I'm receiving you.
Can't quite get into melee range. Might just do this, try to get into a position where I'm like threatening to that guy, or maybe I just take the cover position. I can't get evasion and also my shot, it looks like. Do it from here. Yeah, the odds are still pretty good. Alright, I like that.
Confirmed.
Give me a little bit of cover against that dude that we all know is coming over. Turn off the medium laser that is least likely to make contact. Just go dead center. Oh wow, I don't have to fire this much. Hold on, we can save some heat here. Honestly, like the missiles plus 3 lasers, because that's 2 lasers or a laser and like a laser and 1 missile or 2 lasers is a kill. I probably don't even have to fire 3 lasers. What if I turn this one off? Because now it's a laser and a missile, or if all the missiles miss both the lasers, or if both the lasers miss all the missiles.
Roger.
Yeah, there it is.
Mech warriors, show them what you got.
Standing
That was almost as much heat recovery as a rest turn. That's lovely. Am I just going to go for a headshot again?
Aye, aye.
Yeah, you know what I like about that is even if it doesn't work, it pushes him down to 1, so he goes after my other mechs. Plus, the odds aren't that bad. And also, if it misses, like, there's a good chance I almost remove his center torso with the AC-20 bullet.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay, took an arm. That's fine. I'm not upset about removing an LRM pod, an LRM-15 pod. Oh, and I think I'm going to get to knock him down. Maybe. He's entrenched, right? So, not a guarantee, but... we are unfortunately going to have to endure... Nope, never mind. I was going to say, endure an entire turn of cataphract fire, but it chose not to shoot me. It's very sporting of it. Do I want to fire at it? Do I want to fire like 1 weapon at this thing just to strip some evasion? Because we are going to want to shoot it next turn, right? Now, we're far enough from killing this thing. I probably ought to go all in. Hey, fire. A hard time selecting this thing because the box is too close to it, I guess. I like that. Okay, so he has almost no weapons left.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
And that's a knockdown, and he only has 135 center health. So I think we probably just finish him, right? I guess we're gonna... this other thing's gonna move in a second here, and we will know if it makes sense to divert our LRMs in that direction. It's a quick draw.
Yeah.
Quick draw that has no interest in shooting me. I think they might be playing a little conservative with their heat due to the desert conditions. Yeah, let's just finish this thing off. So, 90% of 95% of my shots are going center, and we need to deal 135 damage. So probably, honestly, this is enough. We'll goose it a little just in case. You know, you gotta account for the variance. It looks to me like the 15 was probably unnecessary.
Mech destroyed.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Okay, well we got through half of the enemy lands before that happened. That's not bad. So, if we hit the right side, yeah, it's his left side that you want to hit if you want to take out the SRM. Pretty sure I just do this.
Affirmative.
I don't think I use any resolve for this or anything. I think we just have at him with all the weapons. He has cover, but nothing else going for him, and we have real good hit chances from here. We probably, you know, I have 74 resolve. If I were to target the left torso instead of letting the arm soak up 100 damage, yeah, alright, let's do it.
Target locked.
Okay, yeah, that means that we get through the center torso armor. That's a pretty big deal. That guy is now down to 75 damage on his Alpha Strike. I mean, he could come over here and punch me, I guess. That is a concern. I almost want to reserve past him just to let him drop some of that evasion. I think I'm going to. I'll just eat the volley. Going after the Cyclops. Nope, he's going after that military building.
Friendly structure down, Commander.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. Well, what are the odds that we prevent them from destroying anything? Because we still have another whole enemy squad coming in. That probably doesn't... Yeah, it's probably not a big deal. Alright, can I not get... Oh, I cannot get an unobstructed shot from anywhere. What if I jump? Aha! I can jump to an unobstructed shot.
Roger that.
Alright, show me headshot. Ugh. Worst possible version of that.
That hit something good.
Either the torso or the leg would have been still very good hits. The arm is a terrible waste of damage.
Yes, Commander. On my way.
Alright, well, he gets the full everything, obviously.
Firing all weapons.
I don't need him to survive, or I don't need to take him down in a way that preserves anything. Single part is good enough.
Report.
Okay, removed most of his weapon systems. Sadly, did not get the unsteady. Can you punch him from here? Alright. We need to chill this mech out a little bit. I think this is a fine time for a punch. This will drive him to unsteady.
Engaging physical attack.
And he's acting on 1 next turn.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
So the Thunderbolt will put him on the ground, and then the Cyclops can finish him off. Probably just 1. Yeah, that wasn't really that impressive. And now you're going to get punched, and you're going to feel very sad about it. The other mech team that's coming up, I'm guessing it's 2 things that act on 2 and 2 things that act on 1 from the number of from the length of those delays. All right, so you just punch him in the weak side. We could probably turn off the small lasers and still get there. Really has 85 center torso health. I guess if I punch the leg, well, if I punch the leg, I'll do 90 plus 60. So that'll get almost entirely eaten. So the small, if the punch hits the leg, the lasers won't get through the center torso anyway. So yeah, let's just save all the heat. Okay. We got there. And now victory celebration! Yay! Like fireworks.
Target down.
God, I love this grasshopper. I'm so glad we got a grasshopper as early as we did. Oh no, they have something on 3. There's maybe a 3 2/2s and a 1? Yeah, see, the odds of us keeping all the buildings alive were not good.
Good to go.
We're almost done over here. I should probably jump down because I need to start moving in that direction. Yeah, I'll jump down here. This is fine. We're a little bit outside optimal range. I think we probably have to vent this turn.
Reporting critical hit.
65. We could get there with a lucky stomp. A stomp that hits left torso or center torso would be a kill. But if the stomp hits the leg instead, he would survive it. I think we'll go for a stomp. And then if it doesn't work out, we can finish him off with actual shooting.
Engaging physical attack.
Okay. Cool. And this version of it allows me to save ammo and heat.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So, Hellebore doesn't actually need to go anywhere. I guess the missiles are not infinite range. We can move a little closer.
Waiting for orders.
Hellebore just, like, didn't get a turn there. Which sucks, because he should have gotten some heat reduction, and he didn't.
10-4.
Okay, so they have a catapult. And also an unidentified 80-ton vehicle. Let's identify it.
Sensors locked on.
Okay. The Demolisher at a range where it's not too scary. Also, are catapults usually on 3? They're not, right?
Commander.
That pilot might be a master tactician.
No shooting, just running.
Just roll that a little faster. So 65. Is that another 80? Alright, something fired a bunch of PPCs. I guess it could have been the catapult. We saw a double PPC shot to bring down that building. That may well have just been the catapult. You would like to start getting in the direction of direct line of sight. And then I probably just want to rain death on the Demolisher, right? This guy's got guarded and also evasion and stuff. Yeah, let's just try to get rid of the Demolisher. Probably want a precision strike. Oh, that's right. Precision strike's all weird on vehicles, it seems like. I still don't have any confirmation that that issue exists. It's just a feeling I have. Alright, well, if we were going to hit him, we want to hit him in his left side, because that's the side the Grasshopper can see.
Engaging target.
Yeah. So that was supposed to be 88% of those projectiles to the left side. Something is definitely up.
No problem.
And if we aim for the front, it will direct all the projectiles away from the front. So I could precision... I'm going to precision strike the left side again. I think.
I'm gonna make some sense.
Yeah. It's weird. It seems to direct all of the projectiles not away from the side you aimed at, but just at a different side. I wonder if like something is hooked up incorrectly
Yes, Commander.
in that called shot graphic, and it's just directing the shots to the wrong place. I'm actually going to have her reserve.
Roger that.
I want the
Standing
catapult to
by.
do something first, so that it loses all that evasion. Or guarded or something. Okay, no, it just walked. I don't know what it's
I'm
doing.
here.
Why is it behaving the way that it's behaving? Well, I'm going to shoot it in the face. See if that helps.
Standing by.
Not exactly what I was hoping for. And also, I managed to put
Engage and jump jet.
him in exactly the spot that prevents her from getting a right arc shot without having to jump. Oh, I can't quite shoot everything. Alright, I'll do this. And since his side's all screwed up, let's just go ahead and take the precision shot to the damaged part.
Acknowledged. Critical hit, Commander.
Alright, well this thing's had better days. What do we have over here? Is this a... That's a Jaeger mech. I didn't get to see which kind. And a vehicle that we know nothing about still. And I can't get anything other than a right arc shot. That's a shame. Sucks to have to shoot at the part that is across from the part that is damaged. That said, a knockdown's still valuable. I could sensor lock... No, I cannot sensor lock anything else. Okay, never mind. We'll just fire.
Engaging target.
Right here. Location confirmed.
So in this case, I am really just going for the knockdown. I'll just fire the stability weapons.
Engaging with target.
Ah, I didn't quite get there. Okay, that totally could be a demolisher.
Mech warriors.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the Shrek PPC carriers move on 2, so there wasn't not a huge number of options. Alright, well, let's just get our knockdown, shall we?
Roger.
Do love when I can throw a punch from cover. Oh, I still had one of the lasers unclicked from the previous attack. Oops. Didn't end up mattering, but it totally could have. Alright, Demolishers... Do Demolishers have enough... They do have enough armor to survive the AC-20 hit. No matter where I hit them. No, sorry, the back armor would be a kill. Well... So I'm gonna precision strike the front? Oh, I only get to fire... That complicates things. Yeah, precision strike the front so the shot will go somewhere else. Nope, that time it did go to the front. Weird. And this is the autocannon type of Jaeger mech, which is interesting considering that it is running away from direct line of sight. Well, I guess I'm going to do this. Try to head it off. I don't know what it's going for. It is worth noting that we just win in 2 turns. Like, I don't actually have to kill everything here.
Good to go.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Good to go. Understood. Move.
Alright, well, I mean, this is a lower difficulty Flashpoint.
I'm receiving you.
We just walk over and get a sensor lock? I guess I'm exposing myself here. Those may be unwise. Because he could turn around. Come back for the shot.
Receiving you.
You're going to reserve in case he does come back for the shot. We're going to make him pay for his insolence. Yep, he did exactly that. Okay, I mean, this is a technique. This worked. Ooh, headshot. Man,
Oh. Commander?
thing's head is a magnet for fire. Fortunately, no, that's exactly 45 damage, so no structural. I almost want to take the missile launcher out of that thing and put in a an injury reduction cockpit, because it really does take headshots a lot. Oh, hold on. Invent my coolants. I get to actually fire all my weapons here. Boy, the leg and the head are not really that close. That was a bit of a misfire. Well, I mean, there's not a lot to this. Take the center shot, see if we can get through. I think this design stores ammo in the center, doesn't it? Yeah, so we are, like, overwhelmingly likely to get this kill.
Consider it done.
What a weird mission.
Target eliminated.
And then at the end of the turn, we win due to the timer anyway. Alright, that looks like the last of them. Not seeing any more blips on the radar. Nothing left to do but circle back to the repair bay and wait.
Mission successful.
It's weird, right? I'm not the only one who feels like this is weird. This is like how nothing has happened yet. We had 2 missions, but there's been no plot at all. Alright, well, let's finish off our cataphract. 12 days in the med bay. Finish off my cataphract, and then we probably finish off that Jaeger mech too. Unless a weapon drop that is like really interesting. Plus melee hit gyro is not very compelling. Yeah, sure. We already have one of these, but we can sell it. It'll sell pretty well. Yeah, okay. You know, we might need one of those quick draws. Is realized after clicking. Whatever. We see quick draws all the time. I'm sure we'll have no trouble completing them, even if we do have one unfinished still. We definitely have one of the quick draws actually like in an active bay. We might have the other one in storage. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I said, we see quick draws all the time.
That mech you wanted is back on loan. That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Call the cataphract a Franken mech because it's got a little bit of everything stitched together on it. The 1X model works well at medium long to closer range with good armor and weaponry. Okay. We definitely don't need you. I do actually want to put the cataphract in active duty, so which of these Jaeger mechs am I pulling? You know what, the fact is, I cannot imagine a reason for me to use this one. Alright. Now that we're safe and sound in the repair bay, things seem to have quieted down. I don't want to jinx it, but it looks to me like we're in the clear. You may be in the clear, but I haven't had a moment's peace since we got here. XO, we need to talk. I'm all ears. What's the problem? It's the repair crew pit boss. Son of a bitch won't leave me alone. He sent over 25 messages to the Leopard since we arrived, and when I stopped responding, he showed up in person to hammer on the door. Okay, what does he want? Guy keeps saying that Hadley has a message for you, that she needs to talk. I don't know if Hadley promised him money or flirted with him or what, but he won't take no for an answer, and I'm about 5 minutes away from beating the holy hell out of him. I think that's an acceptable outcome. You should just go and do that. Now, under ordinary circumstances, I'd tell you to be my guest, but we need his crew working at full capacity. They can't do that if their pit boss is laid out in the infirmary. I don't know. Who really needs management? And maybe we should just give the prisoner what she wants and put her up on the view screen. I mean, what could it hurt? She's locked in a cell and we're up here on the bridge. Okay. Here's the thing. We know what's going to happen here, right? It's possible that the BattleTech crew knows that we know how this kind of story usually goes and will put a swerve on it, but I think it is overwhelmingly likely that what's going to happen here is she's going to make me some kind of offer, I'm going to accept, and then I'm going to get screwed, and it's going to mean we don't get as much payment for the actual job because, what's-her-face, Cunningham will be mad at us. So, I think in character, Reckless would have a hard time turning down the offer once she hears it. But I also think she's impulsive enough to just tell the drop crew dudes to shut up. So that's what we're going to do here. No way, we're getting paid to take Hadley from a concrete box to a Davian dropship, not talk to her. You know what Reckless likes is getting paid. Okay, but what about the pit boss? I don't know, Samiri, that sounds like your problem. Tell him that if he doesn't knock it off and get back to work, he and I are going to have words. And if he tries giving you any lip, let him know that he's about an inch away from joining Hadley on her trip to a Federation black site. Darius, that is a threat we cannot carry through on. He's going to know that. I can do that. Thanks, XO. And thank you, Commander. So does that cause it to end, or... Alright, there's another mission. Where are we at here? An hour 23. We should probably stop here. We will conclude this next time. tomorrow. There's going to be an episode tomorrow, because this is, I think, only the 4th one this week. Listen, my schedule got weird. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we finally deliver this pain in the ass, and then hopefully get paid. And we'll see you then.